Oh my gosh. I can't see this somehow. How's everybody doing? Surprise, surprise, surprise. I am going to try to come live at this time on Friday night every week. I tend to be home alone. This is Ethan's background. Oh my goodness. He wanted a background to do his, well, somebody's there. Hey, hey, hey. And we've got pictures on the wall, and we're going to change those. So, of course, I've always got a few things to say. I had a few things to say tonight. A little spicy, not too bad. But I left my drink. I've got to have my drink. Hey, Lenny, how are you, honey? Somebody comes in and I'm not here, tell them I stepped out here to get my drink. My drink and my mic. I left my mic. Well, I don't want to cover me up. Hang on. Oh, I didn't get the other piece. I was trying to hurry. I wanted to be on here at 10 o'clock and I was running late because they were running late. And I didn't want little Ethan to know when I was going live because he would have just been all upset. Can you hear me now? How's my sound now? How's my sound now? Now you can hear me? Is it clear enough? Okay. I guess I was supposed to have charged this thing before I put it in my phone. I didn't even charge the lights on this. Okay. Hey, Scan family. Honey, did you ever get moved? Did I ask you that before? Let's see. I think you had a broke wrist or something last time I talked to you. Beautiful. I don't know about that. Listen, I was so pale, I had to put a little makeup on. And I haven't had makeup on in years. Not even when I used to do my lives before. Let's see. Yes, we're moved to the country. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Right now, me and Ethan are out of the country. And I hate to have to look at this side of the phone, but this is where my chat is. So, y'all forgive me. Let me see if I can scoot this and turn it a little. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I've got some problems with what's going on in the churches today, which kind of links up to some other things in life. That crazy video that Trump put out on his Truth Social, my word. I can't even believe that. Have y'all seen that video that Trump put out? You have about 14 acres. Oh, honey. Well, mine's all neglected. We haven't been there in a while. My nephew went up there and hunted, and I had him to close down my shower for me. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment deal. Me and Ethan had moved up there full-time, and then that didn't work out. his mama had different plans. But it's all worked out. We're doing good. We're doing real good. So who else is on here? I hope the notifications went out. But I am, y'all watch around between 9:30, 10 o'clock. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. No debt. And who knows where we're going to be in this world, so no debt's a good thing. Let's see, I'm going to move this so I can sit back. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit. I've ordered us a chair to sit in. I had to go get a dining room chair real quick. Got a table so I could have stuff out. I wanted to wait. Hey, Dusty Country Road, how are you? It's good to see ya. So good to see ya. It's good to see everybody. Listen, Ethan has been wanting to do this forever. He has been all over me, and I couldn't do it, y'all. There was too much in life. I'm sure not going to go into all that. But I couldn't do it. But things are leveling out, getting better. Let me tell you something I have learned. If life is not where you want it, which right now mine's not at all, that's okay. Lenny, it is good to see you, honey. It's good to see everybody. I have missed this. Y'all were family to me. My phones were stolen. I lost phone numbers. People had my phone number. Nobody's been able to get a hold of me. I haven't been able to get a hold of anybody. But it all works out. But anyway, I want to just give you a little personal testimony. I have really been on a walk with the Lord. Oh, you've been watching Ethan's videos? Thank you. Lord, that one little short I did last weekend at the arcade, he's got over 500 views on that thing. 31 chickens, 13 guinea fowl. Whoops, wait a minute, come back. 4 ducks, getting goats. Oh, that is awesome. Listen, ducks are nasty. We had a dozen ducks. We didn't have them at the farm, though. We had them at my house. And they're nocturnal little suckers. And they would quack and march around the house all night long. They destroyed the yard. They absolutely destroyed the yard. So make sure you got a good place for them because they are nasty. But I gave them away. I didn't have the farm ready yet. Yeah, I had baby pulls out for them. Susie Q, hey there, girl. How are you? But I was going to tell you, in this last 2 years, life has been absolutely nothing that I wanted it to be. Now, was it bad? Like, love you too, honey. Like it was when I left YouTube and all of that? No, it's been a different craziness. But I just kept my faith in the Lord, and I kept praying, and oh, I'm so glad. And I just kept studying, and finally, and I can't tell you the passage. I'd have to get my Bible, and oh, you've got a pond for the ducks? Oh, that's good. Yeah, they need a pond. They really do. If I ever get ducks again, I've got a neighbor that's going to, if I ever get back to the farm full time, I've got a neighbor that's going to dig me a pond. But anyway, if you sincerely get into the scripture and sincerely pray, I pray multiple times a day. I pray, me and Ethan pray on the way taking him to school. I'll sometimes pray on the way back. I pray after I get home. I'll pray while I'm cooking. Sometimes I'll be saying a prayer when I'm on my way to pick him up at school. I always fall asleep praying. I always keep something Christian going on my phone or on the TV when I sleep so the demons can't stand it. You had to put them in a run. Got down to, oh yeah. Oh yeah. My sister always had to go do a place for her horses, beat the ice off of the pond for her horses through the winter. Because, you know, in West Virginia it gets cold. Um, but anyway, I was reading, and I don't remember exactly what I read, but no matter what you're going through, we're supposed to thank the Lord for it because there's a lesson to be learned. Um, we're supposed to be strengthened in some areas that we're falling short in. So I was praying to get back to the farm and was hoping that, you know, if I was obedient enough and tried hard enough, that the Lord would get me back to the farm. And I just kept praying and that prayer and kept studying. And I think I'm a little bit still too high. You can see my junky basket on my table. You can see this. Somebody's going to wonder what this is. Let me tell you. This is I squirrel myself. This is, I know it's freaky. We got it at Halloween. This is the best back scratcher I have ever owned in my life, y'all. So at Halloween, look in your gas stations. It extends. It extends so you can get all your back. But that's what that is. That's what you're seeing in the background. I don't want somebody to think, what in the world she got there? It's a back scratcher. But anyway, so in my studies, I started thanking the Lord for where I am. At least I'm with Ethan. No matter where we are, what we're doing, I'm with him. And I can still keep him grounded in the Word. And if I never get back to the farm full time, I am grateful for everything the Lord has done for me. And things were not good. It was not a good situation. And I earnestly and sincerely prayed that prayer. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this trouble. Just speak to me, show me, what am I supposed to learn through this? Where am I weak that I need to be stronger? I know sometimes I'll get angry. Help me with the anger. And let me tell you, it got better. It all got better. Now, Ethan and I are not at the farm, but there's a plan for that, and it's not for us to question why. Ours is but to do or die, whatever the Lord wants us to do. So I've stopped questioning that and hoping and a praying that we'll have more than summers at the farm. But I can't wait to get there and get it cleaned up. The weeds and, oh my word, it's just a mess. But then, you know, there's the other side of it, that little red cabin, JK called that his cabin. And he helped put the roof on the storage building in the back. And I mean, my boys are just all over that place. I can look in any direction and have a memory of my boys and Ethan. And of course, Ethan's usually always with me when I'm there. But there's a little part of it that's sad. Because, you know, there's such a footprint of JK there. But it'll be okay. We'll get busy and get to cleaning it up. And I got tickled. Somebody made the comment to me that, you know, I've traveled with Ethan this past summer, and I've got a travel plan for him this summer, and it looks like, you know, I've hit the lottery or somebody died and left me an inheritance. No, that is not so. We do everything we do on a budget, but things can be done on a budget if you save and look for grocery sales. You can do things that you put your mind to. You can do it. You don't have to hit the lottery or get a big inheritance. And I didn't have to do my farm on the budget that I did it on. I did it on the budget that I did it on to show people that you could. Yep. Yeah, you can do anything you set your mind to if it's in the Lord's will. And, we're told, not to ask why. It's not for our understanding. We're just supposed to be obedient. So, and that's all we can do. That's all we can do. In this side, I've been gone for so long, and of course, this is on the little channel. I wish I could get my bigger channel back and more people get notifications. If y'all see people that used to be in our chat somewhere else in a chat, let them know. On Friday night, I'm over here on WVPM, or West Virginia Prepared Mind 2. I would love to get a lot of my family from over there back, but YouTube just will not work with me. Somebody else, whoever hacked it and hijacked that channel, put themselves as the administrator, and they won't even talk to me about my own channel. So anyway, I mean, what are you going to do? So I'm just going to grow this one. And it has grown since I have started doing some lives. But anyway, my last video, I was talking about all of this junk going on. Sometimes also just got to lower what we think. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Listen, I have worked and made big money. I have worked and made less money. I have not worked and had hardly any money. I have been at every financial stage in my 64 years of life. And I was happy and unwanting in any stage I was in. I always had a roof over my head. And I always had food on the table. I mean, you can look at me. Of course, I'm on a diet now, and it's really bothering Ethan. Probably the first video, if you go back, I've been taking pictures, and you can really see the difference in my face. But I've never been a stress eater, and this past year, man, I just porked right up. But anyway, I was always thankful for whatever stage and where I was at in life. I've had $300,000 houses and decorated beautifully and enjoyed them. And then I've had a house that, and I owned a house. I had a house payment with it. I didn't like that house payment. But then I had a house that was worth $40,000. And that might sound like it's a little shack in other states, but in West Virginia, it's not. It was in a little small community. And, well, I did a video on the other channel when I decided I was going to sell it. And I had it decorated real cute, but it was paid off. Lock, stock, and barrel, it was paid off. So I didn't enjoy that house any less than I did my big old houses, that I ever had. And now, Ethan and I are in an apartment temporarily. So when we got settled, and I'd never been in an apartment in my life. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had each room decorated different. I'd always kind of run a theme through my homes and tied each room together. And there's so many different things I like. I just decided to do each room in that little house the way I liked. Something that I liked. The living room was country. The kitchen was Coca-Cola. My bedroom was Oriental. And then, of course, I had a room for Lily that was all purple. And little girl stuff. Ethan wasn't here then at that point, but shoot, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, but, I'd always feel so bad, when I had people watching and they'd say, how do I stock up? I'm in an apartment. I don't have anywhere to store anything. And when Ethan and I got settled, I looked at him one day and I said, and we don't have our preps here. And it's been a lifestyle for me and him. I mean, I truly meant, don't be scared, just be prepared. It has truly been a lifestyle. And if you want to prep up food, now I haven't figured out how to do like I've done at the farm and have 16 months worth of everything put up, but I figured out a way to put up several months worth of stuff for me and Ethan. And at Christmas, he asked for prepping things. He wanted a tent. He wanted a coal and a burner. I don't know, anything and everything that you could use to camp out, which I've always said. And I get so tickled. I watch channels and now people say, oh, and if your electricity goes out, put everybody in a tent and share the body heat. Nobody ever gives me credit for that. I was the first one that said that almost 6 years ago. But I'm glad that word's gone out, that I got us a tent. We have plenty of fleece blankets. Hey, Rip Curl, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Hey, I'm going to do one of your little ice bucket fan things. I've got this stuff in my Amazon cart to order that. It's not foam, styrofoam liner for a 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to try that. I have heard a couple of different places that works, but unless it's 100 degrees, we don't get hot up there. But I have no idea what I was saying, y'all. I'm as crazy as I ever was. As crazy as I ever was. Oh, listen, I'm going to get in on my topic because I don't know that we'll get many more that gets the notification, and I just have to start over, you know. And I'm not associated with anybody, and I'm not going to get pushed unless, you know, any of y'all go live and want to tell somebody that I'm back on West Virginia Prepared Mind 2. No gap between the mind and the two. But anyway, all this junk going on in the church. Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. Oh, cool, yeah. Yeah, that's what you said in that video. Has really done a good job with what the craziness these churches are going through and exposing that it has been going on for years. And she had a really good speaker, and y'all know that I used to do Mental Health Monday. And on Monday nights, because that's my background, I would read from my book, so it'd be educational, so nobody could think I was blaming them with whatever mental disorder I was going over. But we did do narcissism. But Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson had a guest that was talking about the narcissism in the church. And I have seen that in the church. I have seen that several places. And I would direct you to her video about the narcissism. She has a speaker that goes very, very, very in depth on what's going on in the churches. But this Daystar Mass has really opened a can of worms that people are coming forward. And what amazes me are if you're watching the channels and find the different channels that are covering this issue, just within the last 6 months or so, hundreds of women are coming out talking about how they were, and somebody said that we're not supposed to be saying sexually abused, so I'll just say it once and then say SA'd, in the church. I mean, I cannot believe the testimonies that these women are given, and it is going on today in our church. There is a church in Ohio that the mother's protecting her grown son. She ran for a local office. So they're in Ohio, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the church. I should have looked it up before I come live. That She ran for a local office, so now they're in a quandary. Nobody wants to prosecute this guy with all of the witnesses that have come forward against their son, of what he has done to girls in the church that are now women that are ratting him out. But I wanted to go over this spiritual, over narcissism, the evil being done all over, just out. Yes, it is. It is. It's totally out of control. But they groom you. You have to be groomed. And I'm going to take this into two different little places. If you'll listen close enough, you'll know where I'm going to take this. The first step of spiritual narcissism in the church is love bombing. Those are not my words. This is the speaker on Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. Love bombing. And it's exactly what it says. We love you. You are awesome. We're so glad you found us. Not that we found you. We're so glad you found us. We're so glad to have you here. Couldn't love you more in the Lord. You were led here. And anybody likes attention. That's just natural for any of us to like any kind of attention, especially depending upon where we are in our lives. But she used the word, which I thought was really interesting, of love bombing. And people just, the leaders of the church just gathering around new members and just loving them to pieces. The next step is future faking, was the terminology that she used, which I thought was real interesting and appropriate. Future faking is where the leaders of the church, the pastor, the leader of the children's group, the leader of the choir, whomever, any of the leaders in the church are future faking because they're promising you where they are going to lead and guide you in the church, in life, spiritually. They're going to help you get those promises from God. Homegrown USA, how are you, honey? It's good to see ya. Now I'll say something. I didn't notice that the other day. But anyway, you're going to have a position. You're going to have a position in the church. You're going to work, and that's going to create a position. They're going to help you get with the Lord where you need to be. There ain't nobody can help you get with the Lord where you need to be except you. You. Now, can you have guidance if you're a new baby Christian or there's certain things in the Bible that you don't understand? Absolutely. You can have spiritual mentors. You just don't want it to be a spiritual narcissist that is taking steps. They're sly as foxes. Sly as foxes to take you through steps. Moon phase 5. Good evening. I'm talking about spiritual narcissism in the church. All these hundreds of women that have come forward on many churches across the United States about being SA'd. The next thing is control. So we've got the love bombing. We've got the future faking. What we can do for you. Control. Okay, we've loved you. We've done this for you. We're helping you get spiritually where we need you to be. So now you need to do this for us. We want you to do this for us. You might not see where it's leading. You might not see that that's where God is taking you. But I am your leader. I'm your spiritual leader. God has talked to me. He knows where you need to be, and he has spoken to me. And you do this, and you don't do that. And if you do, you're only going to get more blessings. Okay? The next one is gaslighting. Gaslighting takes many, many, many forms. They will try to make you think you're crazy because you don't want to listen to what they have to say. If you go to them and go, but you know, I was reading in book so-and-so, chapter number, this and that, and it says this, and I'm a little conflicted, you know, I don't feel in my spirit, you know, that's what this is saying. Oh, no, 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 I'm the leader. I'm the spiritual leader. This is what, now I'm taking it a little different than what the lady on Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson, that's, you know, that's where I got the idea to do this because, man, did it just, it shot me in a lot of different ways. And if you're listening close and you were with, y'all were all with me before, this is going to hit home. I wish I had some old mods in here with me because the next one they would really see. The gaslighting, you're crazy. You have to be faithful to me and to this church in order to take the steps to be with the Lord where you need to be. God has spoken to me. I'm the all-knowing. And guilt you to death. Guilt these women to death. How dare they question? I have been ordained by the Lord to lead this church. Therefore, I'm your spiritual father. Therefore, God has spoken through me. I know what's best for you. And they do it. Hey, Donna's home place, Tennessee. It's good to see you, honey. And they will gaslight you to death and make you think you're crazy. So you don't want to fall out with God. So you're going to listen to what they have to say. The last thing is the victimizing. And the victimizing has stages. First, the victim, well, not stages, but there's different sides to the victimizing. First, there's a victim. The woman that was SA'd in the church, or the little boy. Boys haven't come forward yet. It's all been women, but we all know with a certain church that they just move somebody from one of their big churches to another church. And that word comes down from the Vatican. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, we need some. We've got 9 thumbs up, I see, I think. I don't know. I can't tell if it's lit up or not. But anyway, they start out and the victim that was SA'd, the perpetrator will blame that person. That person's wrong. That person, you know, why is that person trying to hurt me? You know, shame on that person that's saying they're a victim. They're trying to hurt me. How dare them? I'm innocent. I haven't done anything wrong. I've worked for the Lord. How dare them? Then it goes to, from that to shame. They are shameful. They need to be away from the church. They've let the devil get a hold of them. Don't have anything to do with them. Don't believe a word they say. They're not a victim. And it goes instantly into, I'm the victim. Oh, they're trying to hurt my church. They must want money, be paid off. And these, and I didn't listen to everything that Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson's, I didn't get to listen to that whole video, so I'm not exactly where she took it, but these stages can roll back around. Once they become the victim, or they see that you're the victim, and you've recognized that you're the victim of their love bombing, their future promising, and their gaslighting, then they'll go back through, they'll roll through. Oh, let's love bomb them again. Oh, you know, we've got this for you in your future in the church, and God has guided us, and and you're going to be in this position, and we love you, and God led you here, and we need you. You know, don't do this, you know, to the church, and then trying to get control of you again, to get you to shut your mouth, and then the gaslighting, you know, they'll, you know, oh, you're imagining this, there's nothing true about this. You're the crazy one. And then the last stage will be, I'm the victim. Perry Stone was a perfect example a few weeks ago. Ohio for Freedom, the Unction, and I think Laura Lynn Thompson all played the video where two witnesses went to him, and I talked about this on my other video, and said, you know, look, we've got these 12 women that have come and said you've been inappropriately touching them. And, you know, he went through, oh my gosh, I'm just going to go up on the mountain, take a bunch of pills, I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to sell these buildings, I'm going to get rid of this church, you know, woe is me, I haven't done anything wrong, I can't even have a friend. He said, I can't even have a friend. He was the victim. Never one time was, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I did something wrong, what do I need to do to fix this? Does any of these stages sound familiar to you all? Have you all ever, you know, this is not going to be publicly blasted in the church up until now. And now it's being publicly blasted all over YouTube, praise God, because we don't need women and little girls in the churches and boys. But like I said, the boys haven't come out yet, being victimized in church in the name of Jesus. I mean, come on. And all of these mega churches have millions of dollars in homes and cars and yachts and trips and everything in the world, you know, telling somebody, oh, God spoke to me, and if you'll plant a seed of $1,000, he's going to return that. You're going to have $10,000. You know, you especially see a lot of this victimizing in the prosperity preaching, unfortunately. I mean, it's a shame, but several of these churches are of the prosperity preaching. But I've experienced every one of these steps. I started a YouTube channel, and I was love bombed. Oh my gosh, so glad you found us. You have a future. Step 2. Going to help you grow. Get you monetized. Step 3. Oh, somebody's bad. You need to go troll this person. Gaslighting. Many of y'all saw me live through that. And then, no, you're crazy. You haven't gone through any of this. I'm the one that's the victim. Oh my gosh, I've helped you. How in the world? So it doesn't just have to be in the church or on YouTube. It can be in your family. Your family you can have a narcissist watcher too. You remember all that? Well, it sounds familiar, but she's just giving it from the spiritual standpoint. But, you know, it just exploded in my face. I thought, man, I haven't lived through that in a church, but boy, I've sure lived through that somewhere else. But I never really, took everybody along my walk in every step and put it in a step, did my mental health Mondays. But you can have family members to do this to you. You can have a spouse to do this to you. You can be, you know, watch your children. You can have a child that is just sucked into a family. Oh my gosh, we're so glad you found us. So glad my daughter found you. So glad my son found you. You know, but there's a reason. It's control. It's all control. And it has nothing to do about online. Yes, it's all over online. It's just to gain control. Ours finally died after years of destroying everyone she came in contact with. You're a narcissist? Is that what you're talking about? But I've been married to a narcissist. I have shared a home with a narcissist. It is exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting once you realize, let me tell you the stage that you really realize. You don't pay any attention to it through the love bombing. You appreciate the attention. You don't pay any attention to the future promising. I'm going to help you do this, or I'm going to help you get here, or I'm going to, in the family, you need work done to your house. I'm going to help you, do this to your house. Oh, you need this done at your farm. I'm going to help you do this at your farm. You don't notice it until the gaslighting and the victimizing comes along. And you try to buy materials to, fix up your house, or in my case, the farm. And then, oh, I've got the lumber that you told me to get. What are you talking about? I don't have time for that. You're just going to have to wait. Make you think you're crazy. And then go around running their mouths to family. Oh my gosh, I can't believe, they expected me to do this, do that, do the next thing. When they were the ones that brought it up, because that's what they were using to cast that line and reel you in. And a narcissistic relationship is always one-sided. The narcissist that's reeling you in with love bombing you, future promising, then trying to control you, then becoming the victim. They don't care anything about how you feel and where you are in life. Nothing is ever about you. And Lord have mercy, have a crisis to happen in your life and watch everybody run. Now, a death is different because everybody deals with death differently, and you really can't blame people for how they respond to a death. But Ethan's daddy, he's a closed shell buddy. He don't talk to anybody about anything. He's more like his daddy in that aspect. Everything else, typically he's more like me. But people tend to not know what to say, so they stay away from you. They don't know how to process it themselves. They stay away from you. So when JK passed, that was probably the loneliest time of my life. And that was not because I was surrounded by narcissists. Yeah, yep. All of my narcissists in my family's passed too. They were all older. Man, they put my mom through the ringer. And when I got old enough to protect her, that's when when they just hated me. I was the meanest old thing it ever was. They used to pick up the phone and call her, and man, she'd go flying and running, and tears just to fly in every direction. Oh, she couldn't do something fast enough for somebody. And I said, whoa, wait a minute, stop. So I put a stop to what they were doing to my mom. And of course, I never let them do it to me. I did have a husband that I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I don't know what I was thinking. And man, I wasn't sure I was going to get out of that marriage in one piece. So it can be a husband, it can be a brother, it can be a sister, it can be a YouTube channel. It can be your boss. I mean, narcissism can run these 5 steps anywhere. Your children, God forbid, that you have to admit that your child has some narcissistic tendencies, but your children can do it for you. I'm grown now, I'm working, look, I love you. You helped me get to where I needed to be, and you led me every step of the way, and young, dumb, and knew it was time to run. Yeah. Yeah. And then, oh, if you just help me do this one more thing, Mom and Dad, I've got this future planned for me. And I need you to help me get that future. See, it can kind of, it can go in a different way. And as soon as I get to where I need to be, then you and Dad aren't going to have to worry, or you and Mom aren't going to have to worry about anything, because I'm going to pay off your house, and I'm going to get you a new car, and you can go ahead and retire, and then, oh, well, this didn't work out just right. I need you to cough up some cash. I need some more cash to get to where I need to be. Just one more step, and just one more step. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. And if you don't do this, oh, holy hell is going to break loose, because you're stopping my plan. You're the problem, not me. You're the problem. Okay, well then fine. I'm not going to have anything to do with you. You won't see me on Easter Sunday for dinner. And then, I can't believe you're doing me this way. I'm the victim. What are you talking about? You're the victim. You've taken all your money out of your savings, and I've squandered it. You're not the victim. I'm the victim. I mean, it can happen on any level, anywhere in life. There just are narcissists. And let me tell you, no, not only does a narcissist go through these steps with you, typically, they also have an antisocial personality disorder, which prevents them from having 1 ounce of guilt. They have no guilt. Now, it is harder to diagnose a woman with, and let me go back and say, this is for educational purposes only, because I have my master's degree and 2 classes away from a doctorate in psychology. So I'm talking from an educational perspective right now, not from any experience, just from an educational perspective. But typically, antisocial personality disorder, that's the first thing that you look for to give that diagnosis. They have no guilt, none whatsoever. A woman is harder to diagnose because a woman can have some maternal instincts that will let them disguise their lack of guilt, because they will make sure their children are clothed and fed and get them to school. But the nice clothes are to make them look good. Getting them to school on time makes them look good. Packing a fancy lunch makes them look good. Taking them to the beach makes them look good. It's not really for the children. It's how it's going to make them look. So a woman's a little harder. A man, if you can get a man to talk, no, that doesn't bother me that I punched my wife in the face. She wouldn't shut her mouth. I mean, a man can smack you in the face with no guilt. I worked with CPS cases, so it wasn't just the women, it was the children. Yeah, that's the way I was raised up on the farm. You take that belt off and you beat the ass off that child. The Bible says, spare not the rod, spoil the child, and honor thy father and thy mother. And they didn't listen to me, and I won't apologize to anybody for what I did to them. When they hospitalized the child, wasn't discipline or just a good old hind end busting. They hospitalized or broke a bone in their child, and they have no guilt whatsoever. And man, when they try to throw out scripture on you to justify, they're the victim here. They were just doing what the Lord told them to do. Lord didn't tell nobody to break a child's bone. Lord said, if you mistreat the least of mine, you're better off to have a millstone tied around your neck and thrown into the depths of the sea. And I was never in a position that I could, really preach to, of course I don't preach, teach somebody in a therapy session, that I'd be sitting there thinking that. I mean, what are you going to do? But anyway, so that I wanted to go back over that, because it is coming out in churches. And I don't know if any of y'all have experienced that. I hope that you haven't. I didn't stay at this one church long enough for it to go through the full phases, but I can look back in my walk with churches because, man, I church hopped. I couldn't find a preacher that would preach the Bible. And I would go to a church for a while, just waiting and begging and pleading, let this be my church home. And I did find a young preacher that, listen, God talked to that man. And I know he did because I would be praying about a situation that I had not told nobody but the Lord what I was praying about. And that man would pull me to the side and say, I was praying last night and God showed me that you've got this problem and he wants you to know this. That man didn't know what I was praying about. My own husband wouldn't even know what I was praying about. But this man had the answer and knew what I was praying about. So I was real happy at that church, but it was just a little bit too far away. I couldn't get to it, but I love that preacher at that church. My phone was stolen where I lost everybody's number, so I didn't even have his number, didn't have anybody at the church's number, and finally remembered somebody that I could get a hold of, and he came and did JK's service for me. And he knew JK because he was there at the hospital when JK had his wreck. But other than that one church, it is very difficult to find a church that is not looking out for themselves. And my perspective is I'm the church. When I or anyone else that loves the Lord is not in that building, it's a building with a steeple. And now not all of them even have steeples, but it's a building. It's not a church. We're the church. I've got this other phone on. I forgot to turn it off. Let me make sure. Sorry, y'all. Well, it's not going to want to open. Isn't that odd? If I have got this stupid phone hacked, I'm going to be so pissed off. Oh, it won't even open to the messages. Okay. So anyway, all right. The next thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about, let me summarize. That's in the church. That can be in family. That can be in social groups. I used to be in the Junior Women's Club. I was in the JC organization. I can recognize this, you know, in any walk of life. You can encounter a narcissist, and this is the way they do you. So just look out. Now, how do you deal with the narcissist? You keep them at bay. You don't follow their steps. And y'all saw what happened when I wouldn't follow instructions. So you're better off to distance yourself. Just get away. What is this thing doing? You just get away from that person or that church or that organization. Get away. Football field distance away. Yes, miles away. But make sure, especially if it's a family member, make sure you hold them off. Don't fall for it. Don't let, when they finally become the victim, don't feel guilty and try to fix it. You can lend a hand, but you can't fix anybody. That has to come from within. And you give it to God. And you lead them to scriptures and to give it to God. And then if they don't want to hear it, well, Jesus tell the disciples, dust off your sandals and keep on walking. And that's what you have to do for your own sanity, if nothing else. That's what you have to do. So anyway, it can be anywhere. So watch out for a narcissist. It can be anywhere in any walk of life. The next thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is what in the world, and I know it was AI. I know that video was AI, but why in the world do y'all think Trump put out that stupid AI video? Now, am I a big Trump fan? No, but he did have the economy in a pretty good place before CV hit in 2020. He was working on the economy, which I don't know what he's working on now. He made promises. He is following, the promises that he's made. But my word, in heaven, I cannot believe there are people that are just Trump crazy. I mean, crazy. So what did y'all think about that video? Do y'all know what video I'm talking about? The Trump Gaza video? Did anybody see the Trump Gaza video? What'd you think about that, Donna? I mean, dancing with transsexuals, and that's going to lead me somewhere else. Y'all get your phones ready and start calling your House representatives in D.C. The House does not want... Oh, you didn't see the Trump Gaza video? You've got to look that up. Listen, instead of Trump Tower, it's Trump Gaza. It's in gold. He's dancing with transsexual men dressed like they would be from Hawaii. He's sipping on something with Netanyahu. It shows the beachfront property and hotels or apartments or something. It is in the middle of the town square is a 50-foot tall gold statue of Trump. It shows a snippet of a little gift shop in Gaza where they're selling the little gold statues of Trump. Oh, yeah, it's creepy. Oh, Lord. I could not believe it. I remember from... L West. Well, I wasn't randomly recommended. I was a mod, and all of the mods were shouted out on a regular basis. I wasn't talking about anybody in particular on YouTube. I never said, no, I wasn't randomly recommended. Anybody that was in the audience on a regular basis that had a channel, that mentioned the channel and all the mods, we were always. So, but you can take all of that for what you want to. There was nothing random about that. And that's all I have to say about that. I just went over narcissism. But anyway, this big statue of Trump in the middle of this square and selling the little bitty statues, oh my word in heaven. That is the most disgusting video. And it's AI produced. And it got out because he posted it on his Truth Social. Yes! Yes! Yes, idolatry. We don't need statues anywhere. Nowhere. You know, something that's been bothering me lately is make no graven images of me. You know, how many of our Bibles have pictures of Jesus on it? And I've got a calendar over there hanging on the wall with scripture, and each page has a different picture of Jesus doing something different. Do y'all think that's wrong? Is that a graven image of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? I remember when my mom read that, she had a Bible, had a picture of Jesus on it, and she took a black marker and hit it. Oh my gosh. So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? I don't remember where I was going to go after that. I got squirreled. I was recently questioning the same thing. Yeah, I don't have any statues. I don't, I broke my chain to my cross, and I don't have that with me to get it fixed. And I do miss my cross. I like to wear my cross. Not that I think Jesus is still on the cross. He came off that cross and was buried, raised in 3 days, ascended, and sits on the right hand of God and intercedes for us every day. You've got to be kidding me. I charged my phone and it's going dead. I could have swore I charged it. But anyway, and my charger's not long enough. See, there was something else. I wanted to do the narcissism in the church and how it could go on any level of your life. I wanted to go over the Trump Gaza. And my phone's going to die. And if it dies, this thing, it just shows it's live for 3 days before it straightens itself out. So I'll have to end this. Trump didn't want the men in, the transsexuals in women's sports, but the House won't back him. The House has never done anything to stop boys from being in girls' sports, boys or men from being in the girls' bathroom. But do you know that there was a transsexual that was elected to the House in November, and the first thing they did was make a rule on Capitol Hill that men cannot be in women's bathrooms. So I think all of us need to call our House of Representative members and say, if those Democratic women up there don't want a man, a transsexual, in their bathroom, but it's all right for the little girls that are having to have gym and take showers, and these guys walking around with their junk sticking out because they feel like a woman. Well, then that guy, if he dresses every day for work and shows up on the House floor, then he should get to go to those women's bathrooms. And if they really don't want him in the women's bathroom, then get the transsexuals out of the girls' sports and out of the high school and grade school bathrooms. Period. And we need to call and start letting our House members get that message. And that is not anything of Jesus anyhow. God made us in his image. He knew us before we were in our mother's womb. He knew our name. He didn't make a mistake. God don't make mistakes. And Christians are sitting back, allowing it to happen. Now, Christians went to the ballot box in November basically on the abortion issue. That finally was a big issue, and I think God has given our country a reprieve, because I said, he's left us wide open. Anything could happen to us. We have shed too much innocent blood, and that was one of the big things. Do away with that. Do away with the border. Women and children getting killed for money being brought across that border. So, God didn't make any mistakes. We need to get those boys out of sports. We need to get those boys out of bathrooms. And if our House and Senate don't get together and make those bills and make them laws, we need everything that you like that's being signed by an executive order go across Trump's desk as a bill to be signed into law. Or the next whoever, by the swipe of a pen and an executive order, can change it and undo it. So all these executive orders that we like have to be put into law. And only the House and Senate can produce the bills, vote on them, and send it to his desk for him to sign it into law. So anything that you like, that you want kept, no matter who comes in next, you better be calling, telling somebody they need to be writing some bills and passing them. So anyway, that's about all I had tonight. Did I miss anything? So I saw moon phase 5's double standards. Yes, it's double standards. It's always going to be double standards to a limit. So anyway, I appreciate everybody being here. I wish I would help spread the word that I am back. I would love to have all of my little family members. There's so many people that don't know I'm back that, well, I was almost to 5,000 on my first channel, and now it just keeps dropping off and dropping off. And I'm barely above 4 now, but man, I'd love to have my group back. Do I have an email address? Yes, I do. It's wvpm2@protonmail.com. I just put a 2 behind everything. Starting all over. But I am going to try to come live. That's my goal. Ethan's mama has a church service on Friday evenings. They leave at 6:30. Her time, our time, which is 9:30 East Coast time. And so between 9:30, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm alone. I'm home alone for 2 or 3 hours. I can start doing longer lives, but I'm just to be perfectly honest with you, I put a little makeup on. I didn't feel well today, and I was white as a ghost. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't get. But at least I like the lighting in this room. And I'll have my stuff charged up next time. I don't know why I didn't prepare better. And it's almost time for Ethan. He'll be putting out another video this weekend. I appreciate y'all supporting him. Listen, it thrills him to death. And he tells me what to text, you know, answering any comments on his videos. And then I said, well, you know, how do you want to... You miss our shows? Well, you got a good example of me squirreling myself, going in a different direction, coming back, homegrown. I've done that a few times tonight. But I asked him how he wanted to end his comments. And he remembered that I did the blue and gold heart for West Virginia. Mountaineer colors are blue and gold. And then the little praying hands are blue and gold, so it matched. And I said, what do you want to put at the end of your comments? And he thought, and he thought, and he thought, and he said, well, Nanny, can I just use our other channel? Because he always called it our channel. He said, can I just use what you always used on our other channel? And I said, the blue and gold heart and the praying hands? And he said, yeah. And he said, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do what? He said, these are our 2 channels. I want them to be alike. Ethan's been doing so good. Yes. And he's, you know, 2.5. He was 2.5 when I started my channel, I think. Or 3. Let's see, how old was he? My channel, I started at 2019. So it was in June before he turned 3 in September. So he was raised on YouTube. And when Nanny went away, man, he had a fit. I mean, he has just begged and begged and begged and begged. Well, give me my own channel. Well, I didn't want to fool with that. But I've put more effort into his channel. Homegrown will tell you he always hated my titles and my thumbnails. Well, not hate, that's a strong word. But he'd always make fun of my titles and my thumbnails because they were so plain. I didn't care. I just wanted to get on here and talk and love everybody and see my friends and whatever I had to say it. And I want to do better for him. So You remember when he was 4? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, I started it in June 2019, and he turned 3 in September 2019. So, I mean, he's just always been there. And you wouldn't see him, when I was on the couch. When he was at that age, he did stay next door to his mommy's house. But you would see him in the back seat of the truck, and he'd wave at everybody when he was that age. I sure have. Listen, I have missed y'all. Friday, between 9:30, 10 o'clock, surely by 10 o'clock at the latest, I plan on coming live on every Friday night. Every Friday night that I'm home alone. I had planned on it last Friday night, and for the first time in months and months and months and months, Ethan's mama missed church, and she makes him go with her on Friday night and Sunday. And the reason I say make is it is an all Spanish speaking church, so he don't understand the words being said. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's the only time I'm alone. I'm alone through the day when Ethan's in school, but everybody's busy. When the kids are in school, people are cleaning, doing laundry, traveling, visiting. Nobody's sitting home waiting for somebody to go live. So I am going to, right now, Friday night, between 9:30, 10 o'clock, by 10 o'clock at the latest, Eastern Standard Time, do a live every week. And I would go a little longer on this one, but I'm afraid my phone's going to die. And, oh, wait a minute. I wonder if I can get this cord to stretch. If I could plug my phone up, if anybody's got anything to say. I hate to cut it so short. Wait a minute. I might be able to do this. Listen. I've got extension cords. These are for Ethan's cars and his tablet, and this is my charger for my phone, and this black one, all of these are Ethan's. This one little section's mine. And I just happen to think it's on an extension cord. I can plug my phone in. I don't have to rush. If I can think of something else I want to say, I can say, hopefully that works. And I won't die, because, listen, I have had stuff die when I was live, and that thing will just spin circles and circles, and it will not show that live ended for 2 or 3 days. It'd drive you crazy. But I can't figure out on my phone how to watch live chat after it's over. No, sweetheart, what I need to do is remember to make sure my daggone phone's charged before I go live. Oh, I need a longer one? No, I don't. This holds everything we need. And this little bar is short. It's not one of the longer ones, so it don't take a lot of space. I forgot it was behind my nightstand. Of course, my nightstand is a 3-drawer Sterlite thing. We're fancy here. But, that gives us... The last place we were, we didn't have room for a lot of furniture. So, that's what got me stuck in that. Man, those little 3-drawer Sterlite things, you can put the wheels on them or not. It will help you organize a closet. And can you put a ton of preps in that stuff? A linen closet, under the bed. I special ordered us a 16-inch off of the floor. Be right back. Okay. Bed frame, so I could put preps under it. Where the comments are, you swipe it to the left and you can bring the live chat back. When I'm watching the replay, I'm talking about when I watch the replay. I don't think I'm so busy right now that I'm missing any of the chat, but hopefully one of these days I'll build this channel. It'll get bigger. Which, speaking of, y'all, Ethan's wanting to go live. But he can't go live till he has 50 subscribers, and he's at 40. He needs 10 more subscribers. Okay, tell me, I'll have to look at that again. I swipe where the comments are. You swipe it to the left, you can bring the live chat back up. Oh, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. I don't know. I wish I had my laptop. My laptop, I was trying to clean it out, and it was hacked. It just died. You do it all the time? So you just click on the comments like you're going to make a comment, and then you swipe it to the left? Is that what you're telling me? Or you swipe your screen to the left on the replay? Oh gosh, were all y'all here when I did the last live? And the very first live I ever did in my life was by accident. I was just playing around with YouTube and went live, and I modded a troll. Well, then I haven't been active in forever, and somebody come in and they wanted, I forget what they asked me, and Kevin, and I knew that wasn't right. I had a bad feeling about it, and I thought, oh well, what the heck. And it was a troll. So 2 times I've modded a troll. You gotta have stuff to laugh about, y'all. You have to laugh. Does anybody have any questions? I really wish y'all would go catch up with Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson. She's up in Canada just doing a heck of a job. Yep, you do. On this church stuff. But anyway, back to Ethan. That's what I was talking about. I couldn't remember what I was talking about. He just needs 10 more subscribers to go live. And we've changed rooms and made some changes, and he's not this week. It won't be his video for this weekend, but next weekend his video is going to be another room tour because he has a new room. No, don't open. You swipe just on the comments. It will have 2 dots in the right. Swipe it and click the chat. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me read that again so I can remember. No, don't open the comments. You swipe just on the comments. It will have 2 dots on the right. Swipe it and click on the chat. Don't open the comments. Okay, I will try it. Thank you. I couldn't figure out. They just always showed up underneath my video, my live chat, when I would play it. Before, I never had a problem with it, but so much has changed with YouTube. Good grief. Which, while I'm sitting here with all of these cords, I couldn't use my little microphone because I didn't have this charged. I need to charge it, don't I? Well, I've got to have that C. How many different charger ends could they have? You know, I mean, it's just crazy just making you buy more chargers. So I need to charge the thing because now Ethan loves using his little fuzzy microphone. Whatever makes him happy. You know, in life, if you don't enjoy the little things, I'm so blind, I've got to get new glasses. How many years have I been saying that? I did go to the eye doctor, but I didn't know I was going anywhere for a while, and didn't get to get any glasses. Oh, my sound is good on my phone. Okay. See, it wasn't before the last iPhone I had. The sound wasn't good. Half the time they give you the cord, but they don't give you the... Listen, they didn't give me either. When I got this phone, I went back and threw a fit. I said, I've been hacked so many times. I've had to buy so many phones. I said, and now you're telling me that a regular charger, it's got to have this, you know, thing to plug in. I'm not buying anything else. I've done bought this, because I got my phone and Ethan's tablet at the same time. I said, you're going to give it to me. Put me on the phone with somebody can tell you to give it to me. And they gave it to me. I didn't have to buy it. Because my phone takes forever to charge if I don't have that special box. And then it won't hold charge. I took it back. I hadn't had the phone a week. And I said, this thing won't hold charge or something wrong with it. And they said, oh, you don't have the box. I said, no, I don't. I ain't buying it. And I didn't. But anyway, is there anything y'all want to talk about? Listen, I put makeup on for y'all. I was as white as these stripes on this flag. I don't know why. I went to brush my teeth and looked in the mirror and I thought, Lord have mercy, I got to put some color on my face. I bet you I haven't had makeup on in... I put a little blush on for JK's funeral and some eyeliner. And that was the first time that I had had any makeup on probably in 2 years. You know, I was at the farm working. Why do you want to put some makeup on to be sweating, working and digging and doing and carrying firewood? And, you know, it just didn't make any sense to me. I don't have a man in my life, but I was a little pale. I decided I'd better put a little color on. Oh, thank you, Moonface 5. No, I swear I was as white as a ghost. I don't know, I just haven't felt good today. So I guess that's why I can't think of anything to talk about. You know me, I can always think of something to talk about. But I can't. Oh, here's something. Have y'all heard about, I don't know. I think everybody's just about close to my age. See, had my phone since grandson was 3. He's 11. Finally kicked the bucket. Got a new one in February. Oh my goodness. I can remember one of the first most shocking things in my adult life was when Mount St. Helens blew. Have y'all heard that they have considered that an active volcano, and not far from it is Mount Rainier? Both of these are over in Washington State. The lead volcanologist says he's losing sleep over Mount Rainier. I guess it caught my attention because we know people. You know? It said that article I read said that Seattle and Tacoma are built on a 100-foot lava bed. So, it's those pains, those birth pains that we're warned about in the Bible. Now the volcanoes are being active again. Some of them have been inactive. I don't think they need to worry as much about those fault lines shifting as they do the crazy volcanoes that we've got. And God knows, ever since I've had a channel, there's been crazy stuff going on at Yellowstone. So, Mount St. Helens goes, you're screwed. Aren't you still in Kansas? Mount St. Helens is in Washington. Did y'all get a lot of that wasn't it 1980 when it blew? I think I was pregnant with Derek when that went off. I'm sure all across the United States with the Gulf Stream, we all got some ash, but Mount St. Helens is in Washington State, south of Seattle, Tacoma. Oh, and see, we didn't get anything when it blew in the 80s, but, you know, you're kind of in the middle of the United States, and the East Coast didn't get any significant anything to notice. Crazy cat. But yeah, there's several that are active. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to let you go. Oh, y'all got a bunch of ash there? Ugh. Ugh. Yellowstone's the one I always worried about. I don't worry about much of anything anymore. You know? I think you go through life and you live through so much, it's just finally like, hey, you know, thank you, Lord, for letting me live here to see it. That's all I can say. Don't y'all like my old crusty bottle? I've been buying 2 liters. I haven't bought a 20 ounce or whatever this is in a while. Ethan fusses at me. It's time for you to get a new bottle, Nanny. Yes. Much love from me and Ethan to y'all. He'll have a video up sometime this weekend, probably late tomorrow night or Sunday. We've got, we're going out tomorrow evening. It was nice to see you, Lenny. Thank you. Listen, I appreciate y'all sticking by me and being here. I really do. It's precious to me. I never did care if I had 200 people in chat other than just, you know, my friends, my family that I considered y'all. So I appreciate you being here. But Friday nights, remember, around 10 o'clock, start looking for me. And if I'm not going to go live on Friday night, if by 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, I'm not live, check it used to be the community section, and now it's called posts. Check that. Oh, Scan Family, yes. Ethan's channel is beautiful. If you put it up on your TV, it doesn't look as pretty on the phone, but put it up on the TV. We put him together a channel about, well, I started it in December, but didn't really start posting stuff. I've got him real thumbnails, and he's got a short that's got over 500 views, but he, is there a link to his channel? Yes, I will link it in the comments. It's Ethan's Life Journey, but there's not an apostrophe in the S. In your search thing, if you put the @ Ethan's Life Journey, it should pop up. But when this ends, I'll put a link in the comment section for you. Because I got my phone turned sideways, so I can't type it myself. And, but yeah, I'll link it. He needs 10 more people to go live. He's so excited. He is so excited. I've got his little tripod. I've got this tripod for him. It's got lights and, oh, there you go. There's Homegrown. He did it. Homegrown, I didn't know you were back, honey. There you go, Scan Family. Homegrown put it up for you. But he just needs 10 more. And he's just dying to do a live. That's what he's used to. The videos, you don't quite get him on the video. He's like me. I don't like to do videos. I'd rather go live and say what I have to say and have the screw-ups and memory loss and all that stuff. And not delete it out doing a video. Man, I was so glad when I got to stop doing those videos. And every once in a while I would do a video. At the farm, I'd have to do videos. But by then I was, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. I'll tell him because I know he'll remember your name. But now, anybody that leaves a comment under his videos, he's sitting right beside me and he tells me what to say. And I text out on the comments on my phone what he tells me to say. And then he asked me if he could use my blue and gold heart because it's our channels. He calls these our channels. But he's got a short. It's got over 500 views. Shocked me. So But anyway, he knows it's our West Virginia family that's subscribing and getting his little channel started. And he just loves y'all to death. When we were in the truck going to the farm, lots of times I'd go live because he'd say, Nanny, let's go live. But like I said, he was raised on YouTube. He loves it. Now he has 42. Oh, you didn't know about it either, Lenny. Thank you, darling. So now he only needs 8 more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got it. I subbed on every channel I've got, so. Oh, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to. Listen, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's self-explanatory. It gives you the prompts. And then all you do is, I use CapCut now. I used KineMaster when I had my channel, but now I use CapCut. And it won't at the end let me say anything when I edit his little videos other than thank you. He wanted to put thank you for watching, so I'm going to have to make him like a little thumbnail kind of thing. Thank you for watching. I love you is what he wants to say. And then tack that to the end of his video. Yeah, I better do that before he does one this weekend. Then next weekend's going to be his new room tour. We got a new room, a bigger room. He's got more room to play. And we'll have the table up because he wants you to see where he's going to set and do his live like I'm sitting here at his little setup. It's just a folding card table. I got a dining room table, but I have plenty of folding chairs and all that stuff, big long tables at the farm, and brought a card table with us, but didn't have any folding chairs. Ordered some off of Amazon. They won't be here till Wednesday. So next week, when I do my live, I'll be in the regular chair. I hope it sets high enough. Well, it don't make any difference because this tripod moves. So anyway. But yeah, check out his videos if y'all haven't watched them. He does a really good job. Now you have to remember he's only 8. And then I have to stick my face in there every once in a while because if it's a 100% child's channel, they take the comments away. And I know people want to comment. So, and he likes to tell me what to say to answer the comments. That's why some of the comments are short and some of them's a little longer. Depends on, excuse me, what he's doing, what mood he's in. So, well, anyway, that's about it, y'all. I look forward to seeing you next Friday. See if I can find anything to, you got to have comments. I know. I told him, he said, well, you know, if it'll help my channel grow just to go toward the kids, you know, I'll have to think about the comments. I said, well, I don't know if the comments are more important to you or more important to the people that are commenting. And he said, oh, if they like to comment, that's good. I like the comments, so we're going to leave it as it is. We're just going to leave it. When I set him up, though, I don't know how many times I'll turn the comments off. And I'll think, oh, my God, YouTube turned these comments. No, it was me. I didn't turn them on. Or I had something and turned them off. So, see, Scam Family, I've always said I was a tech tard. Listen, I tried going live. It took me 3 attempts to go live tonight because I couldn't get this stupid phone to twist. Because now you do it on the side before you go to the next screen. So I started and ended 2 lives before I got this one right. It don't matter. You know, if you folks love you, they don't care. My channels that I like to watch, if they do something silly, I don't care. Anyway, listen, I know everybody here tonight is subscribed to Homegrown. If you're not, for everything in you, go subscribe. He's putting out those books of the Bible. He's reading every word and working himself to death and editing. Y'all go watch. You know, if you don't want to sit down and read, I like to be read too. So I'm very appreciative. But pass it on to your family. Share Homegrown's link or send it to your family members, put it on your Facebook, put it on your X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. Any social media you have, share Homegrown's link. I mean, he's working very, very hard to get those books of the Bible out. And a lot of people that won't sit down or have a hard time reading, like I'm a little dyslexic. It's hard for me to read, but I've always made myself read my Bible. But it's so nice to have it read to you. And we know what a soothing voice Homegrown has anyway. So y'all share his channel, and look how much he's growing. Oh my word, he is growing. You listen to Homegrown while you feed and water your chickens. Oh. Homegrown, there's nobody there but you. Put your link in the chat, please. I think CJ must have fallen asleep with the baby. It's so exciting. CJ's a new mama. Homegrown, drop your link. They need it. And I can't. This phone's turned sideways. I guess I need to get a channel on JK's phone that I can come in and I could use his phone and make myself a mod. So I could drop links. Oh my word. Y'all know that. Y'all can, Homegrown USA, Ace, you found it? Okay. Yes. Put yourself a favorite list or make a list and let that stuff play. I'll let him play all night long while we're sleeping because I started years ago with Perry Stone's DVDs. Oh my gosh. Before I knew he was crazy. Oh, there you go. He did. Thank you, darling. I know you hate to drop your own link, but it's important. People need to hear the word, and you're doing such a phenomenal job. And I want them to be able to share it on their social media and with their family and with anybody that don't sit down and read the Bible. They can listen to you read it to them. So it's got multiple reasons that needs to be shared. So anyway, I like to play something that's given scripture or Christian music or something through the night to make sure that there's nothing evil. You know, you never know who's walking in and out, what kind of little demon they've got attached to their back that's going to cause chaos in your house. So we don't have chaos in our room because we play. I used to play Denzel Washington's stuff, and now Homegrown's got such a list. I play Homegrown at night, and he keeps all good spirits around me and Ethan while we're sleeping. So anyway, I want to let y'all go, but please do share that, not just for Homegrown, but for the people that you love that aren't reading the word. They can listen to the word. So anyway, I love y'all. Always remember, never be scared. Just be prepared. And I will see y'all, hoping, Lord willing, and a creek don't rise next Friday between 9:30, 10 o'clock, by 10 o'clock anyway. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye.